I look forward to seeing you today at 2 p.m. at our Zoom to share some final words as Director of Small Groups. It has been a wonderful 3 years of growing and transformation as a ministry and as a church, and you have been part of this shepherding process. When I think of final words, I think of the words of David, how they served as markers of seasons and changes in his life. In Psalm 9, when David defeats Goliath, he declares these words: I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart. I will tell of your wonderful deeds. I will be glad and rejoice in you. I will sing praises to your name, O Most High. During persecution in Psalm 31, David says, turn your ear to me. Come quickly to my rescue. Be my rock of refuge, a strong fortress to save me. Since you are my rock and my fortress, for the sake of your name, lead and guide me. When there were times of confession and sin, David declares words in Psalm 51 saying, create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. In times of desert, in fact, he spends so much of his life in the desert. He says, you, God, are my God earnestly. I seek you. I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you in a dry and parched land where there is no water. In times of victory, he declares Psalm 139, you have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. And one of his final Psalms in Psalm 145, he says, great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. One generation commends your works to another. They tell of your mighty acts. They speak of your glorious splendor, of your majesty, and I will meditate on your wonderful works. And so one particular phrase that David said in 1 Samuel or 2 Samuel 24:24 is a phrase I said as I entered grace and a phrase I say as I leave. And it's this: I will not give God anything that does not cost me. And so I am excited to share a word of encouragement, a word of blessing, and really just a time to give God glory for how great He has been throughout these past 3 years. I invite you to bring a testimony to our Zoom to share something that God has done in your group, in your life, ways that He's transformed who you are for being a small group leader.